Representative Jason Crow, Democrat from Colorado, a former Army Ranger who served in Iraq and Afghanistan, just spent 5 minutes doing something that should terrify every senior official in the Trump administration. He asked simple questions. Yes or no questions. Questions about a man named Tim Parlatore, who serves as Pete Hegseth's private attorney, senior advisor, and travel companion. A man Hegseth directly commissioned as a Navy commander in March 2025, bypassing the White House Presidential Personnel Office and the Senate confirmation process.
You directly commissioned Mr. Parlatore in the Naval Reserve as a Navy commander in March 2025, did you not?
I was very proud to do so.
And when you did, because he's a Navy Reserve officer, he didn't have to go through the PPO process, the White House Presidential Personnel Office, right? He wasn't vetted by White House PPO.
Uniformed service members don't get vetted by
The answer
PPO.
is yes. He didn't have to be vetted by White House PPO. He didn't go through the Senate confirmation process either, did he? The answer is no.
A man who, according to Crow, was removed from an investigation by the White House, accused of lying by President Trump's legal team, and may represent foreign governments and senior officers under consideration for promotion by Hegseth himself. Hegseth's answers were evasive. He didn't know if Parlatore had a security clearance. He didn't know if Parlatore represents foreign governments. He didn't know if Parlatore was removed from an investigation. He didn't know if Parlatore was accused of lying. He called Crow's questioning a cute line of questioning going nowhere. He called it a stunt. He accused Crow of playing a gotcha game.
You're trying to piece together a timeline.
No, I'm asking a simple question. One of your special, most sensitive advisors, did he have a security clearance?
No, you're playing a gotcha game like you do on TV and everywhere else. You're trying to thread together details that are connected about something else.
Clearly, you're concerned about my line of questioning, aren't you, Mr. Secretary? Because you know where it's going, don't you? I think you do.
But Crow wasn't playing a game. He was documenting a pattern. A man with no Senate confirmation, no White House vetting, and a disputed security clearance sits in meetings at the Pentagon, advises the Secretary of Defense, and travels with him everywhere. That man has a private law practice. He may represent foreign governments. He may represent senior officers seeking promotions from Hegseth. He has been accused of lying by the president's own legal team, and Hegseth claims to know nothing about any of it.
Was it true that he was accused of lying by the president's legal team?
I'm not familiar to. You'd have to give me the context.
Well, it's right
of that
here.
article,
You want to look at the statement from President
Anybody
Trump's
could blow
legal
up
team?
a quote and claim it says something, and that's what you're doing in a little stunt.
Crow's final accusation was devastating. He said Hegseth is going behind President Trump's back, appointing people Trump has accused of lying, people the White House has found to be dishonest. Hegseth claims unfaltering loyalty to Trump, but his actions suggest otherwise. Let's watch. I'll break it down.
Mr. Crow.
Thank you, Chairman. Mr. Secretary, I want to go in a little bit different direction. Timothy Parlatore served as your private attorney, correct?
Correct.
And Mr. Parlatore also served as private attorney for President Trump's campaign, correct?
I'm not privy to every professional position that he's held.
Well, I'll help you out. He did. And you appointed Mr. Parlatore as your senior advisor, correct?
He does reserve duty on behalf of the Navy.
His title is senior advisor. You gave him that title, correct?
And I would count him as very much an advisor of mine.
Yep, he travels with you, correct?
Tim Parlatore has been a long-term friend. He's a great patriot.
He travels with you. That's not what I asked. I reclaim my time. He travels with you, doesn't he? He travels with you, doesn't he? Correct? There's public Instagram that shows this. Just say yes.
Yes, of course.
Okay. He sits in meetings with you and advises you, doesn't he?
He sits in some meetings on occasion.
Yeah, well, he maintains a desk in an office in the Pentagon, does he not?
I'd have to check.
You don't know?
It's a big Pentagon.
You directly commissioned Mr. Parlatore in the Naval Reserve as a Navy commander in March 2025, did you not?
I was very proud to do so.
And when you did, because he's a Navy Reserve officer, he didn't have to go through the PPO process, the White House Presidential Personnel Office, right? He wasn't vetted by White House PPO.
uniformed service members don't get vetted by
the answer is yes. He didn't have to be vetted by White House PPO. He didn't go through the Senate confirmation process either, did he? The answer is no.
I don't know what you're getting to, but Tim is a fantastic
I'll tell you what
American.
I'm getting to. The
He
answer
does
is
great
no,
work.
right?
He does great work.
Okay. He didn't maintain a security clearance when you appointed him as special advisor. Is that right?
I'd have to check.
You don't know?
I mean, anybody that has access to sensitive material is going to have the appropriate clearance.
Okay, so when you appointed him as special advisor, he had a security clearance?
You're trying to piece together a timeline.
No, I'm asking
that I
a simple
can't give you
question.
exact
One of your
dates
special,
for.
most sensitive advisors, did he have a security
No,
clearance?
you're playing a gotcha game like you do on TV
I'm
and
asking
everywhere else.
questions.
You're trying to thread together details that
Clearly, you're
aren't connected about
concerned.
something else.
Clearly, you're concerned about my line of questioning, aren't you, Mr. Secretary? Because you know where it's going, don't you? I think you do. So, does Mr. Parlatore represent foreign governments? He has a private law practice, does he not?
From what I understand of his law practice, he does a lot of great work for service members in the military and other.
He maintains a private law practice. Does he represent foreign governments or foreign persons in that private law practice?
I don't know.
You don't know. Somebody who's sitting in your meetings, a special advisor, you don't know. Does he represent any senior officers who are currently under consideration for promotion by you or your office?
The only person that makes determinations about senior officers is me.
Answer the question. Does he represent senior officers who are under consideration for promotion by you?
No, I'm the one that makes decisions about choosing.
Does he represent them,
finding
Mr.
senior
Secretary? Does he
He
represent
doesn't
them?
represent anyone. He's a legal advisor and always has been.
But he has clients, does he not?
He's a legal advisor to me on reserve duty, and he always has been, and he does a fantastic job.
Is it true that Mr. Parlatore was removed? I reclaim my time. Is it true that Mr. Parlatore was removed from an investigation by the White House last year?
I don't know what you're referring to, but not that I'm aware of.
You're not aware of it. Was it true that you were also removed from that same investigation? The answer is yes.
No, not that I'm aware of.
You're not aware of it. That's interesting. Well, is it true that Mr. Parlatore disparaged President Trump?
I don't know what you're referring to, but no.
Is it true that Mr. Parlatore was accused by President Trump and his lawyers of lying?
What you're accused of is a cute line of questioning that's going nowhere.
Well, it's going somewhere, which is why you're not answering the question. Was it true that he was accused of lying by the president's legal team?
I'm not familiar to. You'd have to give me the context.
Well, it's right
of that
here.
article,
You want to look at the statement from President
Anybody
Trump's
could blow
legal
up
team?
a quote and claim it says something, and that's what you're doing in a little stunt.
Secretary Hegseth, what I'm really concerned about is you purport to have unfaltering loyalty to President Trump, and yet you are continuously going...
Oh, you care a lot about
I reclaim
President
my time.
Trump, don't you?
You are
This
going
is a
behind
cute
his
waste
back
of your 5
and
minutes.
appointing
A
people.
huge,
I reclaim my
cute
time.
waste of your 5 minutes that
I
led
reclaim
nowhere.
my time. You are
not
repeatedly
pass go,
going
do not
behind the
collect
president's
Gentleman
Gentleman
back.
from Colorado's
Failed.
time. Go ahead, Mr. Crow.
You are repeatedly going behind President Trump's back, appointing people who he is accused of lying, who the White House is
Gentleman's
accused of
time's
lying.
expired. The
And you
chair
are
now
not being honest
recognizes
with
the gentlelady
President
from
Trump.
South Carolina, Ms. Mace.
There is a reason Representative Jason Crow's line of questioning made Pete Hegseth so uncomfortable. And it is not because Crow was playing a gotcha game. It is because Crow was asking questions that no one has asked before. Questions about a man named Timothy Parlatore, who occupies a position of extraordinary influence in the Pentagon without having been vetted by the White House, confirmed by the Senate, or apparently even properly cleared for security. Crow started with the basics. Parlatore is Hegseth's private attorney. He also served as private attorney for Trump's campaign. Hegseth appointed him as senior advisor. He travels with him. He sits in meetings with him. He maintains a desk in the Pentagon. Hegseth directly commissioned him as a Navy commander in March 2025. Because he is a uniformed service member, he did not have to go through the White House Presidential Personnel Office. He did not have to be confirmed by the Senate. Hegseth claims not to know if Parlatore had a security clearance when he was appointed. He claims not to know if Parlatore represents foreign governments in his private law practice. He claims not to know if Parlatore represents senior officers under consideration for promotion. He claims not to know if Parlatore was removed from an investigation by the White House. He claims not to know if he himself was removed from that same investigation. He claims not to know if Parlatore disparaged President Trump. He claims not to know if Parlatore was accused of lying by Trump's legal team. The pattern is unmistakable. Hegseth knows nothing about the man who is his private attorney, his senior advisor, his travel companion, his direct commission. He knows nothing about his security clearance, his clients, his conflicts, his history with the White House, or he is pretending not to know. Either explanation is damning. If Hegseth truly does not know these things, he is grossly negligent. He has given a man with unknown conflicts and unknown loyalties access to the most sensitive deliberations of the Department of Defense. He has put that man in meetings, given him a desk, traveled with him, all without bothering to ask basic questions about his background. That is not leadership. That is malpractice. If Hegseth does know these things and is pretending not to, he is lying to Congress. He is hiding the truth about a man who has been accused of lying by the president's own legal team, who may represent foreign governments, who may be using his access to influence promotions. Crow's final accusation was the most devastating. He said Hegseth is going behind President Trump's back. He is appointing people Trump has accused of lying. He is surrounding himself with people the White House has found to be dishonest. Hegseth claims unfaltering loyalty to Trump, but his actions tell a different story. He is building a shadow network inside the Pentagon. People who answer to him, not to the White House. People who have not been vetted, confirmed, or cleared. People whose loyalties are unknown. Crow's time expired before he could finish. He yielded, but his questions hang in the air. Who is Timothy Parlatore? What does he do for Hegseth? What does he do for foreign governments? What does he do for senior officers seeking promotion? Why was he removed from a White House investigation? Why did Trump's lawyers accuse him of lying? And why does the Secretary of Defense know nothing about any of it? The answer, of course, is that Hegseth knows. He knows exactly who Parlatore is and what he does. He knows because he appointed him. He knows because he commissioned him. He knows because he travels with him, meets with him, relies on him. He knows. He just refuses to say, and that refusal is itself an answer. The Pentagon is being run by men who have not been properly vetted, men who may have conflicts of interest, men who have been accused of lying, men who answer to the Secretary of Defense, not to the White House, not to Congress, not to the American people. And when asked about it, the Secretary of Defense claims ignorance. That is not a defense. That is an admission.